Let's get to the nominees. For Best Narrative, the nominees are Death Stranding. Best Art Direction, presented by Samsung QLED. The nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Score and Music, those nominees are Death Stranding. The nominees for Best Performance are Death Stranding. Death Stranding. Games for Impact recognize a thought-provoking game with a profound pro-social meaning or message. The nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Ongoing Game, the nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Independent Game, the nominees are Death Stranding. Best Audio Design, those nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Community Support, an award that recognizes developers that respond to the community, Death Stranding. What's interesting there is that all the nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Mobile Game, the nominees are Death Stranding. For Best VR AR Game, the nominees are Death Stranding. For Best Action Game, the nominees for 2019 are Death Stranding. In the genre of Best Action Adventure Game, those nominees this year are Death Stranding. For the Best Role-Playing Game, this year's selections are Death Stranding. In the Best Fighting Game category, the jury has selected these nominees: Death Stranding. The Best Family Game, the nominees are Death Stranding. All 5 nominees from Death Stranding. The Best Strategy Game nominees are Death Stranding. The Best Sports Racing Game, those nominees are Death Stranding. In the category of Best Multiplayer Game, here are the nominees: Death Stranding. At the Game Awards, we like to recognize developers who make their first ever game. This year, the nominees for Fresh Indie Developer, presented by Subway, are Death Stranding. In the category of Content Creator of the Year, the nominees are Death Stranding. Now let's turn to the ESPORTS Awards, recognizing the absolute best in esports in 2019. The nominees for Best Esports Game are Death Stranding. For Best Esports Player, those nominees are Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. For Best Esports Team, the nominees are Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. Cloud9 had won that award for 3 years in a row, but this year is not nominated, so there will be a new winner come December 12th. For Best Esports Event, the nominees are Death Stranding. Here are your nominees for Best Esports Coach: Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. The nominees for Best Esports Host: Norman Reedus as Sam Porter Bridges in Death Stranding. And now on to the final 2 awards. For Best Game Direction, which recognizes outstanding creative vision and innovation in game direction and design, the nominees are Death Stranding from Kojima Productions. And finally, here are the 6 games selected by our jury as the ultimate expression of creative and technical excellence. Game of the Year. The nominees are Death Stranding from Kojima Productions and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Death Stranding from Kojima Productions and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Death Stranding from Kojima Productions and Sony Interactive Entertainment. Death Stranding from Kojima Productions and Sony Interactive Entertainment. FORTNITE from Epic Games, and Death Stranding from Kojima Productions and Sony Interactive Entertainment. There you have it. Those are your nominees. Who do you think should win? Well, you can help select the winners in all categories by voting Death Stranding at GameAwards.com and via Google. Just type TGA Vote into the search bar. There is so much more to share with you guys about this year's show in the weeks ahead, the world premieres, special guests, and more surprises. Follow the Game Awards on Twitter for updates, and tune in live on December 12th for a global celebration of Death Stranding. Maybe the Untitled Goose will also be there. See you live for the Game Awards on December 12th, streaming everywhere.